Hi, what's up? You're watching The Sit Down on DJ Sixsmith. Simone Missick's here with us. All Rise, Ultra
All
Carter.
Rise.
You got it all going on.
I do. Just a couple TV shows with A's in the title.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
So how's life for you, given everything I just said?
It's great. It's busy. I just came back from my first NAACP Image Awards.
That must have been pretty sweet.
It was great to be recognized. I was in a, really underachieving category with like some unknowns like Viola Davis.
No biggie.
Regina King.
Just some of the goats
Angela
out
Bassett. Retina Wesley. It was a real sleeper category.
Yeah, not many names I've heard of there.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett, you're like, wait, how old is she now? And
Oh
you're
my
like,
gosh.
I'm blown away. It's insane.
She is so many things that have goals in it. You know what I mean? Acting goals, body goals, face goals.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing is like you can look at all these different people and then you look at your life and you're like, there's a lot to look forward to, and I'm also proud of what I got going on here.
That's exactly the way I look at it. My husband especially was like, I wanted you to win because he's competitive.
Of course, it's your husband. It's
And
gonna
it's like,
rep
well,
you.
I'm glad that you were thinking about me in that way. But at the same time, like you said, it's like, these women have this breadth of careers and talent, and just to be counted among them was great. And then I know that, hopefully if I'm that age and I'm still looking good, somebody will vote for me.
Hey, why not?
Hey.
And it's a career milestone too, to be in that conversation, especially in the NAACP awards. Like that's a big deal. So what were some of the other favorite moments of the night for you?
Oh my goodness, Rihanna.
Yeah, she was out there doing her thing.
Man, listen, her speech, she was like, if you got some friends, tell them to pull up. Like, we're getting ready to go into election year, or we're in an election year.
It's a big year.
It's a big year, and, it doesn't always have to be just within the voting. It has to be with anything, anything that is your personal agenda. You want your friends to be there to support you if they support you in everything else. And so that was a great moment. Lizzo winning Entertainment of the
Gotta
Year.
love that, right?
She was so
hyped.
surprised,
Yeah.
though. Like, she did not realize, and I think everyone in the audience was like, you're Lizzo.
They're like, girl, we know.
Right, come on, girl. And she was like, me? So that was great. And then a funny moment that happened off camera, Tracy Ellis Ross started handing out hair care products because she's got this great hair care line. And so she walks up to my mom and gives her like a little pouch. And my mom's like, what's this? And she's like, hair care products. So I say to Tracy, I was like, my mom's hair is just like yours. She goes, well, here's some products for her mom. I was like, oh no, you just gave them to her. She was like, well, give me that back. So she took them back. But it was great.
Wow.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was almost like a class reunion.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's it been like for your mom and your friends to see everything you've been doing? I mean, it must be pretty wild for them.
Goodness. So my parents were both with me at the award show, and they're so proud. I have a really supportive family. My brother and my sister, I always say they're like my biggest fans. They're always posting and sending me messages, and I think they have Google alerts.
They know everything that's being written about you.
They do, and so they'll send me stuff that I've never seen before. But it's really exciting. When I moved to LA, I was a baby, really.
How old were you when you moved?
I was 23.
Okay.
And, now I can say I was a baby, but then I thought I was grown.
Oh, you thought you had it all figured out, right? You're like, I know everything.
I was like, I'm just going to move to LA and become famous in 5 years.
I'm going to get my own show.
Listen,
it'll work out, right?
And I said 5 years because I was like, Gabrielle Union booked Bring It On at 28. I'm going to be 28. I'm going to become Gabrielle Union.
And then
book
you're like,
me.
oh, it hits a little differently for everybody.
Just a little later. Just a couple years after that. And so I think that for them, seeing the journey, seeing, my best friend used to help me run monologues in this park near our house on the east side of Detroit. So for them to see that trajectory from, college student studying theater to struggling actor doing theater and commercials in LA to being on billboards and buses and the lead of a show on a network, I think, they're like, we knew she could do it, but we're happy it actually happened.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we talk about that show? Because it's one thing to be on a bus and have your face on the billboard. It's another thing to be the lead of a show, especially on CBS. So what's been the best part of All Rise?
I think the best part for me has been the fans. You can make shows that you believe in, things that you think are a little bit different, kind of skewing the norm. It's not your typical legal show. It's not all one thing. It's not all drama. It's not all comedy. So it kind of toes the line. We handle things that are hot button topics politically
you guys go
in
into
today's climate. And so to watch the fans tune in every week, we were the biggest numbers of any freshman show of the fall. And for it to be a face that looks like mine on a network that people think does not support shows like that was amazing. Certainly a blessing. And it's just, I think, a great thing to see fans respond to different things, like the different relationships that they love. Like they want to they want to come up with name hybrids for everything.
Oh man!
So Mark and Lola are Lomar.
Lola, like, guys, keep workshopping.
Right. Can we maybe come up with Sherry and Lola are Sherlo? I mean, like they've got all kinds of different hybrids of all the friendships that they love on the show, and then people love the fashion, so they have like a fashion court Instagram page, and it's just great to see. In addition to that, I just got this great message from a young lady who said that she's in law school, she's studying to be a lawyer, and that watching the show has opened up her mind to possibly becoming a judge.
Wow.
And it's like little things like that where all of this, it's fun for us, and hopefully we're helping people, but in some ways we might be changing lives.
No question about it.
Hey.
I mean, shows like this didn't exist not that long ago. Faces like yours weren't leading shows like this not that long ago. And that's a perfect example of how big a deal this is.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, definitely. So what have been some other surprises about this? Like, when did you guys start to build some steam? Because it's one thing for a show to be on. It's another thing to have this following where people are coming up with nicknames and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it was when they finally created an Instagram page.
There you go.
CBS was like, yeah, this year we're not doing Instagram pages.
And you're like, probably should get on there. Yeah.
Guys.
I disagree. Yeah.
And it was so funny. I stole, not stole, but I got a CBS All Rise Instagram page because I was like, listen,
we gotta lock this up.
We're not gonna let you guys let it just go by the wayside.
So at what point was this? When
this
you were
was
like
week 2 before the show aired. All of us in the cast, we sat down. We had this really nice media training, and they were like, "Yeah, so we're just going to use the CBS, the CBS page."
Yeah.
And we were like, "What?" And so there was like a small mutiny amongst us, like, "How can we do? What are we going to do, guys? We all know everything happens online."
Yep.
And so I said, "You know what? I'm gonna get the page."
Move.
And then within maybe a week, they were like, "No, we already have it we already got CBS All Rise. You got All Rise CBS," or whatever the flip is. So they had already gotten it.
All right, so they had done the legwork.
They had done the legwork.
Right. They
were hedging their bets.
Right.
They were like, if the show doesn't do so well, then no harm, no foul. But once the show did well, then they released.
Now social's popping. It's like, we got to get on Instagram.
I think that they learned, and hopefully they'll never make the mistake again with another show. But I think that when the numbers came out, it was surprising, and I don't look at stuff like that.
Right.
That's just, it's too much pressure. It's too much.
I totally understand.
I just have to learn my lines and go in and say like 7 pages of dialogue believably and quickly.